Good morning. My name's Andrew Lippman. I'm a partner manager here at Composer. Appreciate you spending some time with us here. And we're going to have a chat about crafting intentional, meaningful, fruitful content with AI and human intelligence in the loop as well. So I assume that everyone here is an entrepreneur or business owner, has a project, service, concept they are promoting on the internet, and we all need to tell our story in a meaningful manner these days. We are all still under the thumb of Mr. Google, who decides who and when and why gets to see your website and your content. So we have to tell our story in an authentic and intentional way. But one of the most important things we have to do, we got to understand, what is your ideal customer profile? Who is your audience? Who are your potential clients? And what are they asking Google? Because your content has to meet those people where they are. Fortunately, shows us what keywords are in play, what people are asking, where the traffic is, how competitive or uncompetitive it is or isn't. So we have to take honest, authentic, representative content about your business. We have to take the audience in mind, and we have to make sure that there's connective tissue in the middle. And keyword research is where that starts and ends. So if you'll indulge me, I'm going to share my screen and dig right into a little bit of our methodology. This is a tool called Ahrefs. I'll show you in a little bit when we start to deal with some of your URLs, how it shows you where the traffic is coming from and how many people are clicking on your website and what content on your website is being ranked well by Google and is generating meaningful content. In the meantime, let's have a little audience participation. If you would please go into the chat window and drop your URLs of your businesses there. And we're gonna take one and hit the ground running with it and do a little research. Who has the fastest, most accurate fingers here today? OvercomeAnxietyTrauma.com. I'm going to say that in 2024, post-pandemic, that is a fruitful endeavor, Shay. So I appreciate your fast fingers. So again, let's hit Ahrefs and talk a little bit about your business. First thing I'm going to do is unmute you so you and I have a little bit more involved conversation about this. Where are you here? Ah, you have already unmuted. Thank you. Hi, Shay. How you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Where are you calling from today?
I'm in San Diego.
Ah, excellent. Well, I appreciate that. So let's talk a little bit about your business and what subjects are most important to you that you think connect your concept and service to your ideal customer profile.
Yeah, so I'm a trauma therapist and I predominantly work with people who have had childhood physical or sexual abuse.
Okay. So is your audience searching for, is it trauma therapy or PTSD, or what's the most common term used
Um,
in
I
space?
think that there's a lot of traffic for trauma therapy. I think there's also EMDR therapy, which I do. Um,
Let's take a quick look just to see. I'm going to say that this probably has a ton of search. Wow. So
mhm,
there are some criteria that we look for when we look for subjects to write about. One, we're looking for a decent amount of volume to go after. There is certainly plenty of traffic, about 13,000 searches a month. And then we talk about keyword difficulty. Google shows us how competitive a particular search term is in the marketplace. 0 is the easiest, 100 is the most difficult. This is in the realm of low-hanging fruit, the sort of thing that we can go after. It's achievable traffic, right?
mhm.
If you start to produce quality content on a consistent basis, Google will reward you because it's a fairly uncompetitive term. Another thing we can do through AI is we can take a look at what are the related search terms and relative search traffic. So there, again, as you began to read off
Mhm.
some keywords, here they are: trauma counseling, PTSD therapy, EMDR therapy,
Yeah.
cognitive processing therapy. So let's take a look at the relative search traffic around these terms. So EMDR therapy, while there
Yeah,
is incredible volume of traffic, it is a
very
highly competitive
competitive.
space, right?
Yeah,
Family therapy, that one's shocking to me.
yeah,
34,000 searches a month, but it's only an 18 in keyword difficulty. Another
yeah.
one,
And I hate doing family therapy. So
great.
yeah,
So
that's not happening.
that's another subject to go after quickly, right?
Yeah.
Um, excuse me, trauma therapy, 13,000 searches a month. It's a 28. Great. Trauma counseling, another 2,200.
Yeah.
Bottom line is we stress intentionality with content, meaning you're all subject matter experts. You have a product, service that you're passionate about and that you want to write authentically about. You have to
Mhm.
make sure that that content is going to be consumed by your audience. The first goal of our content, of course, is to educate Google on your expertise, your authority, and your trustworthiness. You have to build that in Google's eyes before they send the right eyes to your website. They are still in the business of getting it right. When we ask them a question, I'm going to say that the vast majority of the time, the answer is accurate and correct. Their algorithm is robust. So you have to
Mhm.
make sure that your content is speaking to what your audience is asking on a daily basis. And that does change. Changes in technology, in the economy, in news cycle, change what people are asking, and we have to stay on top of that. You may have a product or service that's what we like to call a disruptor now. It's something that's cutting edge, state of the art, brand new, and you want to write about it. Problem is, until your audience knows about that technology or service or terminology, you have to leverage older services and technologies and terms, the ones that they're still using to bring them forward to your content.
Yeah,
So
and that's been like what I've been encountering because I'm certified in compassionate inquiry. There's only 36 people in the US that are certified in that, but there's not a lot of searches for that. So I've been trying to focus on somatic therapy and EMDR therapy as well as trauma therapy.
I'm curious, is the somatic therapy in play much these days? Very much so. It's even more competitive than trauma
Yeah.
therapy. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment. And what I'm going to do is provision your company's website into our system so we can run a demo in real time and show you how we at Composer go about this concept. What is the name of your company?
Overcominganxietytrauma.com is the website.
And the name,
Oh,
I understand
overcome
that's your, all the
anxiety.
name of your business is?
Yeah, so it's overcome anxiety and trauma with Shay, licensed clinical social worker, PC.
I think the most important thing in content has to be intentionality, right? We live in an era of noise. Everyone has content. Google is in the business of cutting through that content to deliver the right content to the right people. So we have to be intentional. We have to know what our audience is asking, and we have to feed them content that meets them where they are. For some reason, Shay, I'm having a problem with your URL. If you don't mind, I am going to ask if I'm going to move
Yeah,
on
that's
to the
fine.
next URL here. Jenny Pierce, are you still with us? Livingartistry.org.
Yes.
Ah, good afternoon. How are you
Good.
today?
Great. How are you?
I'm well. The name of your company is,
Living Artistry, LLC.
and tell us a little bit about you.
I am a creative solution provider in many ways. Everything from better function in your kitchen with pull-out drawers to home organizing, office, corporate, residential, like anything declutter, organize, professional organizing you can think of.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Composer. This is what we refer to as human-assisted AI content generation. We believe that AI is a fabulous tool, but it is still not quite a turnkey solution, right? We're still at a garbage in, garbage out stage with content. If any of you have tried to get long-form, current, accurate, timely, readable, valuable content out of ChatGPT, you know what I'm talking about. So we have crafted a very robust platform, and we've trained it with 10,000 articles we've written by hands over the years, trained it with Google's best practices, but we bring our human intelligence to the loop as well. We're here day one to craft strategy and understand your business and your audience and what you're trying to accomplish. And we're here on the output side to make sure that the content is accurate and timely. So I've provisioned Living Artistry LLC, and we say new article. Now, the first thing we do, the more we know about your business, your services, and your ideal customer profile, the easier it is to capture that connective tissue in the middle. So the first thing we do is take a look at your website and put together a synopsis of your business and your ideal customer profile. So give our system a second, and then we'll read through that and see how we did. Thank you for you latecomers. We're having a little walk through our platform, which is called Composer, where we craft human-assisted AI content generation. So again, the first thing we do is take a look at your website to understand as much about your business, your products and services, and your ideal customer profile as possible. How'd we do there?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Excellent. All right, so now we say new article, and as soon as I click that, Composer begins to compile topic clusters and keywords and subjects that we need to write about. Again, once we know about you and we know about your audience, the dots can be connected much faster in between. And one of the exciting things with Composer is we can train it on your behalf, meaning absorb your case studies, white papers, tech docs, blog posts, any sort of content you give us access to. Composer becomes a bespoke platform in very short order, and it becomes easier and easier to capture your voice in the content. So take a quick peek through here, and let's pick a subject to craft a piece of content.
Let's do packing.
Okay, and I'm just point me in the right direction under packing and unpacking services.
Yeah,
Okay,
packing and unpacking.
let's do it. So again, we are not limited to blog content, but here in 2024, blogs are now the largest segment of top 5 Google results. It is a direct pathway to educating Google about your business and who they should be sending to your content. So let's go down that path. So the first thing Composer will do is craft 5 potential headlines for your article. Let's take a peek. Unpack the secrets of stress-free moving with expert packing services. Why professional packing services are your ticket to moving ease. Discover the hidden benefits of professional unpacking services. From chaos to order, simplify your move with specialized packing assistance. And unpacking bliss, how professional services can turn moving around. One of those speak to you?
They all speak to me.
Well, that's a good problem to have. I'm glad.
Yeah. But I like the first one's fine, secrets of stress-free, because that's kind of my idea in communicating with people is it's stress-free when someone else does it.
Excellent. So at the next step, we've got to define our angle of approach to this piece of content. Are we talking about cost-effective solutions for efficient packing and unpacking services? Are we maximizing space and minimizing damage, benefits of professional packing services? Or are we talking about time-saving techniques and organization strategies for seamless moves?
Let's go with the third one.
Great. So now Composer will begin with an outline. It's our building block for our article, and let's take a look at what we come up with. So we have unpacking the benefits of expert packing services, efficient packing techniques for seamless moves, unpacking with precision, ensuring order and ease, choosing the right packing and unpacking services, the cost effectiveness of professional packing services, and then elevating your move with expert packing and unpacking. So again, if we're given the honor of engaging, the first thing we do is absorb as much information about your business and train Composer. But for demonstration purposes, we can say promote, and please remind me the name of your company here while it's not in front of me.
It's okay. Living Artistry.
Living Artistry as a leader in the industry. Okay, we say revise. Now Composer knows that this article is focused on your business, and we can get to the next step. And again, the next step is about shaping the voice and tone of this article. And again, if we engage, we absorb whatever content that you already have, so we understand your style. In the meantime, we need to lead composer. So who's writing this article? What sort of style is it being written in? Is it coming from an SEO specialist, a technologist, financial analyst, entrepreneur, marketing manager, or lifestyle luminary?
I would say a lifestyle luminary.
Excellent, a little more casual and approachable.
Right.
So this will begin to render in real time, and I'll explain a little bit about how we deliver what we do. So again, we call this human-assisted content generation. So we assign a content strategist to your company. They become your account manager and main point of contact, and they bring a researcher along with them so we can dig into your space and into your audience. You get monthly content strategy meetings with the team. We publish directly to your blog and promote through your social media channels upon approval of content. So it's a very efficient process. 2 contextually relevant images included in every post. We guarantee your happiness with the content. At the moment, there are no long-term commitments, meaning this is month to month. And again, one of the greatest challenges with AI is long-form content. It's one of the things we're proudest of cracking the code. So in a matter of about 3 minutes, we have crafted a 1,500-word SEO-optimized piece of content tasked with educating Google to send the right eyes and people to your content and to your website. And again, this is raw output, and it is already at a high level. There are humans in the loop to make sure that it accurately represents you and your tone and how you want to speak to people and what you want to accomplish with your content. I know I'm moving fairly quickly. There's a fair bit to pack into a half an hour. What we do is product and service agnostic, meaning the techniques that we implement, the process that we go through can apply to any business. You know, we live in a day and age where Google still has a stranglehold on search traffic. We have to feed Google the sort of information that educates them about your expertise and why people should be doing business with you. Free keywords. Okay, so I believe there may be an entry-level version of Ahrefs that's open to the public, but the tool that we showed you is a subscription-based tool. Again, one of the things that we do, that price that you get for our content includes access to all of the tools that we use. What AI do you use other than ChatGPT? What you see there is our proprietary software. Composer is our baby. It is evolving week by week by week. Every meeting we have, people make comments and suggestions, and our coders implement literally by the day. If any of you know any coders, you know they don't sleep much. They're never happy. They're never satisfied. And software has to evolve to stay ahead of the curve. And again, I think we're at a day and age where everyone has AI somewhere in their workflow. It's still a bit of trial and error and a lot of editing on the output side, which is why we're so proud of the quality of the content that we're putting out at this point. Again, the more you know about a business, its product, services, and mission statement, and you know about its ideal customer profile, the easier it is to connect the dots with high quality content. Again, you want to represent yourself authentically, but you got to make sure that it reaches your audience where they are. And topic clusters and keywords are the way we get that done here in 2024. John, did I answer your question? Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time today. If no one has any more questions, we're at the top of the hour. I appreciate you all as friends of ours on Alignable, and I look forward to having one-on-one meetings with as many of you as we can. Okay, all the best to you. Best of luck growing your businesses. Please give us a shot at the honor of helping you do so. Okay, enjoy your day. Be well, everyone.